you've collaborated your whole career. It's helped your creativity. I'd love to understand how you foster your creativity. Tell me about, you act basically as what you call the filter instead of the auteur. Could you elaborate?
Yeah, I mean, basically, you make a film, you get your name up there, everybody thinks, I did it. And it's just obviously not true. And I've always thought the auteur theory was very suspect, and I've always thought, I'm actually a filter. I work with great people who are much better than I am at their particular skill. And my job is ultimately to filter the good ideas and keep the others out, and then ultimately take the blame when it doesn't work. And so that's always been like that, and I love it. I mean, for years doing the animation on Python, I was working on my own, and it actually gets quite lonely, and you're basically going crazy on your own every night. And so the minute we started making live action films, I'm with other people, not pieces of paper that I push around at my will. And it took me a little while to get used to that they had ideas and thoughts. And once I accepted that simple fact, life became wonderful, and filmmaking became a joy. And that's what I love about it. I love, there's Richard LaGravenese sitting here in the front row. He wrote Fisher King.
Richard, could you get up? Come on, Richard. Kelly and I want to embarrass you.
No, and it's that is a great script. I read it and just dreamed that I one day would be able to write a script as good as that. And Richard was a novice. Effectively, it was the first thing he had written, and it was a piece of utter brilliance. And again, that was an interesting thing, because working at that point, that was the first script I'd worked that I hadn't been involved in the writing of. And I think Richard will attest to the fact that he was on the set every day, because I respect writing so much that it was his, and I had the power and the possibility to fuck it up, and I really didn't want to do it. So everything that happened in a day-to-day business, I would ask Richard, "Are you comfortable with this? I don't want to pull it too far away from yours. I'm not trying to make a Terry Gilliam film. I'm trying to make your film." And that was just a wonderful experience to work like that. But I think it comes from Python, because it was a group. It was a group of people working who had the freedom to just please each other. There were no producers, executives, studio people bothering us. The BBC was wonderful then. It was a rather laissez-faire organization, and produced much better work than it does now, that it's got proper executives and layers of bureaucracy, because the heads of department were just happy to get down to the bar at 5 o'clock. And so in our instance was, okay, you've got seven shows, go and do something and see what happens. If they don't work, you're out. But 7 shows, and off we went. And that was such a wonderful experience, and we did something that surprised people. I think surprised the BBC that it was successful. That was the main thing. And you're gaining a certain confidence. But the point is that you're working together, and the pressures are about the art, about the work, not about whether it's going to be successful, whether it's going to make more money, how big the audience is going to be. It's about the work. And it's always been like that. I've been lucky in films in almost every case to have that freedom to work with really great people. And in a sense, I say my job is to build the perimeter wall around the playpen, because that's what we do, we play. People pay us lots of money to play, and that's going back to childhood again. Actors, writers, directors, we play. Because if you want to work in a factory, there's plenty of work out there. If you want to do the system the way the system would like to work, that's fine. And I'm not saying there aren't incredible films being made daily out there that just go through the factory system and are still successful, but it's certainly not what I want to do. And the kind of people I'm lucky enough to work with don't want to do that either, and luckily we pulled off enough successes to buy time to do 1 or 2 more.
Building
Until recently.